You guys want to know what the last year at Wyze has really been like? Startups need cash, or as our CFO likes to say, cash is oxygen. Here's the story about how the pandemic almost suffocated us due to some very unlucky timing. In March of last year, we were pitching for our Series B round of funding. Yuin, Dongsheng, and I started Wyze in 2017, and we were coming off a pretty hot 2019. Wyze had a bunch of employees, a brand new office building, lots of products in the works, and big old plans to change the world.
Create a company bigger than Amazon.
Create a company bigger than Amazon. Our plan was to raise $50 million to fund the next phase of Wyze growth.
You can do a lot of things, which probably we don't have that imagination today at this level.
We had several investors very excited about what we were doing. March 2020, man, those were the glory days. March 2020.
Now to growing concerns about the deadly coronavirus.
More than 200 confirmed cases of coronavirus, it's called.
An international public health
emergency. A global health emergency.
Suddenly, all the investors wanted to take a wait-and-see approach. The financial markets disappeared, the stock market crashed, nobody was lending money. The timing literally could not have been worse for us.
A bunch of companies are going to go out of business. It's going to be survival of the fittest.
We're down to a couple months of cash on hand, but no promising leads.
I want to call this all hands. What is our new goal for 2020? Not a goal about top line growth, not a goal about user growth. Only one goal, which is to survive. We fight everywhere we can fight. We maximize our resources, identify new opportunities to generate cash flow. Go Team Wyze.
Thank you. Go Team Wyze.
Thank you. Good to see you all.
Team Wyze.
Team Wyze. Do it. Go.
Go Team Wyze.
There were two things working against us in our investor presentations. First, our margins were already single-digit low, but the pandemic wreaked havoc on our supply chain, shooting up all our costs, which made our margins much, much lower. We didn't raise prices because we didn't want to hurt user experience. We thought our costs would go back down once things returned to normal. They never did, and we waited too long. Second, in this day and age, investors absolutely require recurring service revenue. We might have been able to get away with one of those problems, but not both. For our business model to work, it was clear we had work to do there.
I think we still need to secure the bridge. We can't screw up the bridge.
How to secure the bridge? I mean, we'll do all the efforts, right?
We'll get the bridge. I feel really confident we can get the bridge. We went to a bank, we got a credit line, and when we maxed out that credit line and the pandemic was only getting worse, we went back to our current investors and asked for their help, and they helped us out. But coming from that position, understandably, the valuation of the company was low. And so we decided not to raise $50 million. We decided to only raise $10 million and try to wait out the pandemic. We just got ourselves in a cash crunch, which is what's bringing down the value.
The way to do it, we have to cut spending.
With $10 million, we set out to build a valuable service, something Wyze users would love.
It needs to be too good to be true service.
Reasonably priced. We had the dev resources.
We started with Wyze AI, building not just person detection, but vehicle detection, package detection, pet detection, and more. Eventually, we bundled these together with unlimited cloud storage into something we called Cam Plus, and it started working. And then when that $10 million ran out, we went back and we raised a little bit more money, and then we raised a little bit more money. We continued raising cash in bits and pieces, trying to complete all the products that we were deeply invested in, and just get out of the year 2020. So, over the last year and a half, Wyze has been living paycheck to paycheck in one of the most chaotic times in history. That was not without consequences.
Our customer support is not good enough.
Our shipping speed is way too slow.
We haven't reacted fast enough to customer requests on ways that we can improve our products. We pushed back our Canada launch, like 3 times?
Then 2021 hits us with chip shortage.
We got sued from some bogus patent, and we didn't bend over and just pay royalties. We fought it, and we won. And then we won the appeal too. This year has just been crazy. But you know what? We made it. We're battle tested, we've got scars, but we survived. And now we can all take a big sigh of relief because Wyze is back. Supposedly the money hit the account today. We're gonna see if it's in there. Do you work on that little laptop every single day? The CEO of Wyze works on a 13-inch monitor right here. Can I get you like at least a 15-inch? Things are ridiculous. I probably shouldn't film while you're typing in the password to our bank. All right, here goes. Let's see. Okay, so we have 2 accounts here. I shouldn't say this stuff. I'm gonna get like, the lawyers are gonna call us right after this. But the first one hit. Today, we are announcing that we just raised $100 million. Wyze has officially closed Series B, raising $100 million. All right, the money has hit the account. Dude. I don't even know what to say. It's like I've never seen so much money in an account before. What's that? Don't run off to like the Cayman Islands or something. A year ago, while looking for cash, we sent out an email to all of our users with our pitch to investors. And one of our users just happened to be a guy named Larry Marcus, the managing partner of Marcy Venture Partners, and he was using Wyze products. And he replied to our email. Larry invested a few $1 million. And over the course of last year, we really liked Larry's input. He's super smart. He understood what we were trying to do. He got us. And he was super user-focused. This year, he reached back out and said, hey, I'm interested in a much more serious investment. A huge thank you to Larry Marcus and also his partners, Jay Brown and Jay-Z. Some pretty big time names in that group of people, some pretty big legends, and we're grateful to partner with them to build the future of Wyze.
The startup journey is not a mediocre journey. It's a special journey. We are closing $100 million Series B.
Woo! That's exciting.
Woo! Go back to day one. Day one, we raised $1 million. Today, we raised $100 million. It doesn't matter. Go back to day one.
We made it, and we now have the resources to get Wyze back to being Wyze. So what does that mean? How are we going to spend $100 million? We are going to improve our customer support. We're going to invest in better shipping partners and our shipping procedures. We're going to launch in Canada. I promise we're going to launch there, and probably a lot of other countries too. We're going to hire the best engineers in the world so that we can stay on top and build all the features that you guys want us to build. And we're going all in on AI. Our AI engineers have been working super hard on this new AI feature where you can teach your Wyze Cam to recognize whatever you want. You can teach it to recognize if you have 1 car in the garage, or 2 cars in the garage, or no cars in the garage. You can teach it to recognize if your garbages are on the street or not, if your bird feeder is full or empty, all sorts of things, so that it can be super useful for your specific use case. Our goal is to launch early next year. Kind of crazy to think that, we started this in one little corner office 4 years ago. All right, we're gonna go to dinner and celebrate. We've survived with an impossible business model over the last 4 years. Our margins are well below 10%. We are competing against the biggest companies in the history of the world. They have endless resources. They did great during the pandemic, honestly. They are huge. And we know in the midst of a chaotic year, you could have chosen their products, but you didn't. You stuck with Wyze. And we just want to say thank you.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Thank you for sharing with your friends.
A huge thank you to Cam Plus users. Cam Plus is the lifeline of the business, and it was the thing that brought investors back into our corner. On behalf of us and Wyze users everywhere, thank you, Cam Plus users. You saved this whole movement. Maybe we'll never need to take investor money again. Maybe we'll go public and finally make Wyze users Wyze investors. We don't know. We don't have all the answers. We won't be perfect. The competition will only get harder. But Wyze is back with $100 million to make the best products we can possibly think of, make them as inexpensive as we possibly can, and make great technology accessible to everyone.